In the name of the Father, Almighty ever-loving God, we thank you for today. We thank you for our club. We thank you for the club partners, the administration, and everyone who has put efforts together to make this day a success. And so, Father, we ask you to come and lead us throughout this session. And at the end of it all, we are going to praise and thank your name. I've prayed all this through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father. Thank you so much. We recognize the presence of our academic registrar and our guild president. The following item on the agenda, we are going to have welcoming or opening remarks from our club patron, who is going to explain more about this function. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, our guest of honor, the Director EYIT, our Academic Registrar, our Guild President, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I take the greatest opportunity today to welcome you to our first Innovations Club meeting, which we also want to use as a launch. We are very happy about today, and we are also happy that you came. Mr. Guest of Honor, innovation, we say, is the driving force towards progress in today's world. And as a university, we think innovation is the way to go. We train people to lead this country, people that are going to lead Uganda to better development that it is today. And therefore, we think that inculcating innovation as part of the activities that we do as a university, especially among our students, is one way in which we can contribute to the development of this country and continent and the world at large. That said, we mobilized ourselves, staff and students, and decided to say, let us start an innovations club. We cannot forget to mention the role that EYIT has in this move. And we are hopeful and we are happy that among the partners we intend to search for, we already have one in the name of EYIT. Thank you very much. And most of today's sponsorship is actually from Empower Youth in Technology. And for this, we appreciate. I therefore want to urge us, the university community, to embrace innovation, to embrace the club, because what we have in store as the Innovations Club is enormous. In this club, we will train our students on how to identify community problems. We call that ideation. We intend to train students on how to design and create innovative solutions to the problems that are faced by our community. We intend to actually create an innovation hub where we can have our innovations developed into prototypes and later into products. Therefore, the club welcomes all people from all spheres. It does not matter which discipline of education you are in, whether you are an IT person, whether you're a business person, or education person, social scientist, mass communications people, all are welcome. We actually receive everyone that is interested in innovations. And therefore, going forward, we will be doing weekly programs. We shall have weekly programs to teach and learn and innovate together. be part of us and enjoy the stay. I thank you.
Thank you so much, our club patron. I think most of you who are in this room didn't understand anything about the function, but I think now there is some light. So the item that is coming next was supposed to be a word from the Dean of Students, but she's not yet here. We're supposed to have communication from the Vice Chancellor, who is not yet here. So we are going to have communication from our academic registrar, who is going to help us launch and do the signing of the banner. Then we'll go ahead with the rest of the activities. Our academic registrar, you're welcome. You talk to us, then help us launch the club by signing the banner. You can greet us.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Madam. I don't know the name. I didn't know you have gone so far as to have a patron, but I will start with our guest of honor, the patron, and the entire university student leadership headed by the guild president. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellor was supposed to be here, but there is a meeting which we had earlier on scheduled at 4:30, and it is just 4:30, and he couldn't leave, then run back and asked me to delegate him. But I will also be very short here because I am the secretary of the meeting that is going to start shortly. I would like on behalf of management to welcome you all here and thank you for coming. Sometime, was it last year or early this year, we called someone who had come to teach us about skills in entrepreneurship, and she had opportunities for our students. Unfortunately, I think we had also invited the NCBS up here. The students who came from our neighboring institution were more than our students here. We were hardly a handful. But I'm extremely happy that today I see quite a big turn up, which is a historical landmark in our system here. I don't know why students don't like this additional knowledge. In a university like this or any other university, the knowledge in a lecture room is not enough. You have to go and read. You have to go and Google. These days you have Google. In our days, we never had Google, but you had to look for different books and supplement the lecturer's information. This particular one is a very good one because it's going to enhance your capacity to do different things. Innovation, the way I understand it, is creating, putting in place something new. It can be an idea, it can be a project, it can be a radio, it can be a TV like our friend is here, it can be anything. But when you bring it and think about it and tell people about it, then you have actually created, and we shall call you an innovator. In this current world, innovations are the only way to go because people have been there before us. They have written books, they have created the vehicles, they have actually created almost everything. So what else can we do? We can only sit down and think about what we are going to do for the good of us all. Many institutions, many groups, many associations are looking forward to innovations. This morning I was talking to a colleague, I didn't know, she's a lady, we associate ourselves in other associations. So she told me, I have an office, it is an incubation office, no, an innovation office. Hey, I said, would you like to come to our university and do something because we have an innovation committee? Or do you call yourself a committee or an association? I said, we have an innovation group. I said, yes, I can come and talk to them because we are dealing with youth. We are dealing with scaling. If they have anything they are in, then we can go with them. So this means that we are going on the right track. The youth are a target all over the world. The government, with its developments and with its programs and with its problems, they are talking about the youth. So when I heard that there was an innovation idea here, I said if there is any recruitment, I should be the first member. Because I am excited about it, that our students can think of creating. 20 minutes we have done very good. If you can tomorrow come and tell us that, because I have stopped Pep Scholar, I have created mine, it has A, B, C, D ingredients, which are much better than Pep Scholar, then there we are. And this is the way to go, Mr. Patron. So on behalf of management, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I would like to appreciate the idea. I would like to thank you so much. I would like to congratulate the designers of the innovation. I only hope and wish that we don't stop on today's order. We go into the real thing. If there was anybody to think about innovation, this is your old student here and your student. But I see a lot of innovation ideas in him, and that's why we recruited him as a staff. Even before he graduated, he was already a staff member of this university. So I would like you to move forward, bring ideas. And he talked about, do you call it an incubation hub? Let's create it. Let us stock it. Because when you have an incubation hub, we can get funds. A lot of funding. People want to see new ideas. So I'm so happy that USJM students are taking initiative in thinking hard, because you don't innovate unless you think. So I look at great thinkers among you. I look at projects, skills coming out of your heavy thinking. And I challenge you that if you're going to do weekly routines, I want by the end of the year, you to have come up with a very good idea which we sell out and we get money for you and the university. So with those few remarks, as I said, I'm going for another meeting. I would like to congratulate the patron. I think he's among those people who are creating. I would like to congratulate those who are coming on as leaders of this innovation association. I just hope that we are not going to stop today. We are starting to think today. Let us continue to think harder and create and recreate. Study skills or create skills which are going to make you better in the world to come. So may I take this opportunity to launch the Innovations Club by doing what? By signing that it is launched. Where? What do I sign? Signature. Today is no. Don't you have something to clean it? Okay, we shall make it better. I would like us to. So, thank you very much. The association is launched. It is now in being. I want to thank our partner. I have not known his origin, for coming to associate with something which doesn't exist yet, but hope that with his enthusiasm and support, University of St. Joseph Mbarara is going to be an innovations hub. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Academic Registrar. The club president, you can also come and sign. Thank you so much for whoever participated in the signing of the banner and the official launching of the club. So since the club has been launched, I think we can start right away with the activities. And so we are going to have a word from the club partner, or the person leading the group that is partnering with our club, and that is the CEO, Empower Youth in Technology, or EYIT. So Mr. Ronald Shabe is the next person on the podium. So we welcome you to come and talk to us. It is on. Let me hope everyone has gotten a drink.
Thank you so much, our MC today. Yes, good evening to you all. So the academic registrar, the club patron, the other staff members, yes, Eugen, yes, I think Robert is also part of the staff members, our chief guest, and club leadership. I think there is already leadership. Yes, the club leadership, the president, the team from EYIT and students. A very good evening to you all. So I am excited, the academic registrar, to be here. I think I've been looking forward to this day as a person. Not because of the club, but the university itself. I really have this university at heart because when the founders had this idea, and as a Catholic, it was sold to us, and I think by then I was in primary, that we are going to have our own university in the Archdiocese. And I remember those days in our village church, we used to have a basket for University of St. Joseph. So I used to contribute. At that time, I thought I was creating for the university I was going to study from, But unfortunately, I think our money was not enough at that particular time. So by the time the university started, I think I was almost finishing. I think I was, I was already at the university. I think in my first year, that's when it started. So I missed an opportunity to come to the university I had probably contributed for. But here I am in another capacity. I am in the same university. So probably now, I'm looking forward to actually maybe have my children study from here. And that's why it is important for us to start creating things that our children will actually enjoy. So thank you so much again, the Academic Registrar, for keeping the fire burning. We really like the organization. We like everything we see in this university. And for us, we can never say no when there is an opportunity to partner with an institution like this one. So about the club, I think a lot has already been shared about the club. The patron has simplified my work. Also, the academic registrar has simplified my work. They have already told you where we want to go. And if I use academic registrar's words, can we see at the end of the year a big innovation coming out of this university? That we should not stop at what? At the cake and these things. Eh? These are small things. Can we see a big or a groundbreaking innovation coming out of this institution? I think that message was very clear. And even if I stop here, but my role is very simple. I'm going to use around 20 minutes talking to you about how we want to work with you. Because it's very, very important. And we appreciate the brains behind this because this is what we've been looking out for. So I am from Empower Youth in Technology. For some of you who do not know Empower Youth in Technology, we are a technology and innovation hub. Our work really rotates around supporting young people like you, especially university students, to build innovations. I am happy to see Robert, who actually one day was recruited to be, were you the university?
Their solutions in case they come up with solutions. And if they have, if they have come up with solutions that do not connect with the problems properly, they can help us to mentor us on how best we can state our solutions. Thank you.
The keyword The truth is, we really have different talents. But maybe some of us do not know. Maybe some of us know, but we don't know how we actually can actualize our talents. I'm just going to give you an example that is related to talent. When we started the EYIT TV, there are some young people we gave an opportunity to present on the EYIT TV, just the EYIT TV. The EYIT TV is something small. Months later, they were hired on some radios. Eh? So you realize someone didn't know that they can actually be presenters, but when we gave them an opportunity to discover themselves, they are actually working on radio now. So that is what we mean by talent. But we will see if my presentation will answer the two questions now, the talent and the mentorship. I wanted to cross this, I don't know. And you are a national fan, it's okay.
Thank you so much. My name is King Solomon. I think it can help solve problems. You know, students can find solutions to the problems so that they can solve them for the betterment of their life. Thank you so much.
It can solve problems or support us to solve problems. But problem solving is another key word. But I'm not so sure how we are going to solve problems because we have so many problems. I have problems, we have problems. But all those can be addressed differently. But we will see. So I have come with a picture that represents three generations. These are three generations. The first generation stops here. Unfortunately, you will not see this clear. I don't know whether this projector is clear or something. Maybe we'll work with it, I don't know. So the first generation starts from here and it ends here. Then I have the second generation, then the third generation. So I want us to interpret this very well. So the first generation represents these big men. Who knows this person? I think it might not be clear, but try to see clearly. Who knows this person? Anyone with an idea? Yes, you know him? Sir Gordon Wavamuno, this one. You know what he does? Okay, let's first stop here. So we know this one, okay? Especially those who come from Ivan, we should be knowing this one. We know him? Who knows this person? Do you come from Ivan? But you know him. Yeah, okay. So Patrick Tatur, okay? Then the final one? Robert. So commonly known as Virya of the Virya United Agency. You see these factories. So we have these three people. Don't mind, they are rich people, but don't mind. But they represent their own generation. Maybe some of them, according to their age, they could be our parents. Maybe. Okay, probably. I think, for example, Virya's son is older than us. Same applies to Bitature. You have heard of Natal Brown, the lady who is almost our age. So now, this represents our parents' generation. So how are they doing business then? So Bitature is into hotels and I think manufacturing and so many things. Telecom, Wavamuno, the biggest, I think, import of Mercedes cars, those things, Mercedes-Benz and those things. And is into so many things. I think he has hotels as well, manufacturing. He used to have water, then WBS. Virya is into also agriculture processing. Okay. Now, this is the first generation. That is how business used to be done. Nowadays, things have a little bit changed. And that's the reason why we have this generation. I am sure if you know one person, maybe you're lucky you read a lot or you don't know any of this. Let me, is this clear enough? Not clear? Okay, this one is clear, baby. Who knows this person?
You should be doing this. Do we have people here who are doing computer science, information technology? Do we have you? Yes? Then you should be knowing this. Actually, you should be knowing this. So those who are doing computer science, information technology, you should be knowing these two people. At least. You don't? Okay, let me now ask what they do. Maybe you'll know them. Who has heard of Jumia? Jumia Uganda? Eh? You know. So he's been the Jumia of CEO Jumia Uganda for, I don't know, more than 10 years. Ever since it came to Uganda, he's been its CEO, but now I think he's working for Google. He left at the start of this year or late last year. So he's into other things now, but he's been the CEO of Jumia. Now, who has heard of Cheaper Cash? Cheaper Cash. What does Cheaper Cash do?
Basically, it helps you make transactions.
I think maybe international transfers. You can send money to US now, right? As long as anywhere, you can send and receive money from anywhere in the world. So this Cheaper Cash is one of the most profitable fintech companies in the world, actually. So he's a Ugandan, but living in the US. So he's the founder of Cheaper Cash, a Ugandan, actually. So Roy, this is Roy Kawamara or something like that. He's also Ugandan. So these also represent another generation. Different from this generation, okay? So pay attention and see. So they represent, at that particular time, for these guys to start a business, maybe they needed to get capital, they needed everything, they needed to think hard, maybe some needed to inherit, like Vitature probably inherited. Then Virya, of course, did not inherit, but he has to do so many things to get where he is. Same applies to Wavamuno. When you hear their stories, my friend, I don't think we can bear to be like that. We can't go through that journey anymore. That he was a taxi guy, from being a taxi, now he became this, from this. Now, these two people from the university, 3 years later, they're already billionaires. Like Cheaper Cash has existed for not more than 5 years. This guy is already probably, when you count his money, he could be beyond Virgia now. In about 3-4 years, he could be beyond. Yet this guy has worked for 20 plus years and is still struggling. This one, in a minute, he's already there. Same applies to Roy. From the university. Now, here comes, so this one is probably the age group, the age range, probably they are above 50 or 60 years. Maybe with 50, Virya maybe above 60, or Vamuna above 60. These ones represent a generation of the middle age, not more than 40 years. Now, the 20 years of now, this is where we are. Don't feel bad. At the moment, the generation of 20s, this is the generation of 30s or 40s, 50s or 60s. The generation of 20s now, this is where we are. It's embarrassing a little bit, but this is where we are. Where are we? We are in a generation now, the 20s, where you graduate today and you're asking yourself what next? As if the likes of Mr. Waguma have not been teaching us, or what they have been telling us. There's nothing like this is what you will do. But now, the graduation ground is always there. I have been here almost in all graduations. So after graduation and the next, you take one step, 2, 3. But what next? Where am I going to sleep tonight? You start asking, but what am I eating? So we also another generation, the 20s, where we now have started forming National Association of Unemployed Youth. We have these associations now. We are also another generation that is going to Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia for Cheyu, the 20s. So this is where we are. It is very painful. See from where we started where we reached and where we are. So that's why when we come here and we say we are launching an innovation club, we are simply coming here to tell us that we need to make sure the 20s work on themselves to cross to this gap. We cannot cross to this gap immediately or something, or it is no longer part of us, but we can cross to this gap. This is now close to us. The 30s, the 40s is close to us. After 20 to 30, this is close to us now. So that's why we have to work on ourselves here in order to climb up. So, it is now clear that we want, today young people have two options. It's now very clear. There are two options. Is there anything beyond this? Anything beyond this, I think, is death. You either can be an entrepreneur or you get a job. I think that is it. Is there anything else that we can do beyond this? Anything that is available for us? Maybe ladies about say marriage. I will just get married and life continues. But that is also another option. I mean, if the guy has and you get there, you sit home, it is okay. That is it. But for us guys, I think, is there an option? But also ladies, I think it's not there. But maybe we can say at least you. But for us guys, is there an option? And I think ladies should not hear this. Is there an option? For us, we only have these two. Now, while knowing that we have two options, of the two, what can we afford to have? Of the two, the jobs and the entrepreneurial ventures, what can we afford to have? What do we have that is in our reach, in our means? What can we easily get? What's an idea? We have two things that we can only have. Other than that, maybe we are dying. There is no other option. So if we can't get jobs, or if we can't have, between jobs and entrepreneurship ventures, what is it that we can easily get? In your opinion and in the Uganda we have today? So many. Maybe you can speak from where you are. The man in a tie, I like ties, and the white shirt.
Thank you very much. According to me, according to my opinion, of the two, entrepreneurial ventures
and jobs.
And the jobs.
And jobs.
So the first one can be easily acquired.
Which one? The entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Because
for the case of jobs, according to Uganda today, it has got a lot of competition, a lot of corruption, and so forth. Whereby with entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial ventures, you can start with something little that you have, and with time, gradually, you can be promoted from one level to the other.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, as you're sitting, as we are here, university students, we have a responsibility. And what is our responsibility? Mr. President, there is that person you studied with in primary school who did not cross to secondary. There is the one you studied with in that secondary school, I don't know it, who did not cross to the university. But for you, you are at the university. You are his responsibility. He's looking up to you. So for you, when you're crying for jobs, then how about that person who thinks for you in a better place? So you see the burden we have? It is too big. Now, thank you so much for the explanation. Ideally, we should be getting jobs. Ideally. I'm actually using the word ideally, meaning there is a reality, okay? Ideally, we should be getting jobs, but we are not getting them. I do not remember statistics, but I saw somewhere that government employees only 80,000 or and government job, and how many are we in this country anyway? That the government is only, I mean, the number of people like the Dandas who are employed by government are only maybe 80,000, I think. It might not be so correct, but when you Google, you might know the exact number. But I also want you to remember that University of St. Joseph, Mbarara University, and all those universities graduate more than 700,000 graduates every year. And our economy is only creating 80,000 jobs. That is government, private sector, or the civil society organization, everyone. We are only able to create 90,000 jobs, which leaves us with 87% of graduates who can't find jobs. 87%. Now, assuming all graduates were able to get jobs, or assuming jobs are greater and were all able to get jobs, 700, assuming they were able to get jobs, how many jobs do we need to create every year? That is 700,000 if we are all able to get jobs after graduation. So what can we do then to create the 700,000 jobs? First of all, government jobs are static. The only way you will get Dandas's job is when he retires or when he dies. Sorry, Dandas, you will not die. So the only way you will get his job is when he retires, or other than that, you will do this job for 30 years. So where else can we get jobs? Private sector. So we must create them so that the jobs are available. Since government is not creating, and we are graduating every year. So all of us should think of creating our own jobs. As we are creating our own jobs, like I told Mr. President, there are those ones we left behind. So we should be the ones creating for them what to do. Because for us, we are lucky. Being at the university in this country, it is luck. We thank our parents, and those who are not paid by parents, we thank those who are paying for you. I mean, we know what it means. It's not easy to be at the university. So the gentleman said we have to think of the first option, but also it is not easy, since we have known that jobs are scarce, that 87% of graduates can't find jobs. So, and we are all turning to entrepreneurship. We are saying it's not what? It's not a walkover. You're not going to get there and succeed. You need to be what? Prepared. And that is why Mr. Baguma is here telling you, you need to be prepared, and maybe why an innovation club like this is here. You need to be prepared. Why do you need to be prepared? There is high failure rate of startups in Uganda. So that's why even when we tell you that you're joining a club to be enterprising, it is not a walkover. Because only 1 in 5 startups succeed in Uganda. If 5 people here start, it will be one business that can go on and on and on. The rest 4 of them will. So meaning if you're not prepared, when I'm making another presentation somewhere, you'll be among the statistics. But don't be scared. But if you're not prepared, when someone is making a presentation, you'll be among the 87%. But of course, that's a reality. Either me or you or what, it is part of us, but we have an opportunity to avoid it. So businesses are failing because of these 3 reasons. There are experts, academicians, researchers at the university like this one who do research for us to read and understand. They picked out 3 reasons why it's not walkover in entrepreneurship. Why only 1 in 5 succeed. And 3 main reasons are these ones: the business knowledge, the capital, and the markets. Now, you must have heard this. Someone tried to get a job, 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, and they totally failed. And what do? I think I can start a small business and be surviving. So now imagine that business that you're starting after 4 years and you're just desperate. Is it something that you feel in your heart that you should start? You're only starting because, what else can you do? Maybe, or you hear someone say, but let me also start a EYIT TV. If these guys are succeeding, why not me? I studied computer science. Not knowing that the guy started the ETV by planning, by reading, or by getting knowledge on how the industry works. I'm not saying you should not start. I'm saying don't start because you're desperate. 3 years, you have not found a job, And you remember, but I did computer science. Can't I also start a ETV? You start, not knowing how to even buy a camera. It's not easy to buy it. You get the point. You will start without this, the knowledge, which is one of the reasons why your business might fail, and the main reason actually, because the moment you have knowledge, it will be easier for you to mobilize capital. It will be easier for you to market whatever you have to find a market for your product. Okay? So we must be careful. You are very lucky because a nurturing ground has been launched today, which should nurture you to avoid being part of these statistics. Are we together? This nurturing ground is only helping you to avoid being part of the statistics. That's why you really need to be careful. Okay? So, we are here to offer a helping hand, and now this is how. So now I'm going to answer, how shall we help? We are here to offer a helping hand. So it is here to support this innovation club to realize its objectives. You already have your objectives. We have had interactions with some of you, and you have objectives, and some have actually been laid down today. So we are here to walk the journey with you, to work together, to hold your hand, so that our objectives are realized. As Empower Youth in Technology, this year, 2023-2024, we are on the mission. It's a big mission, and our mission is to build the capacity of university students who actually subscribe to such innovation clubs. There are students all over. If we wanted, we would have come here and say we want to train. But why? We want organized people. That's why we are looking at a club, because you are already in politics. We would say you have a center number. Sometime back, there's a gentleman who said we can't work with that group that does not have a center number. So for you, the fact that you're in the club, you have a center number, you have an address, so we can work with you. So we're on a mission to do this, and we want people who are subscribing to these innovation clubs and want to give you entrepreneurial knowledge. What are we looking out for? Some of you are doing diplomas, degrees, or certificates. I don't know. We want you to walk away with those degrees, with those diplomas, with those certificates. But at the same time, we want you to walk away with an entrepreneurial venture. At least to graduate with two things. Maybe some of us graduated with one paper. One paper. But for you, graduate with a paper which is mandatory, and you must have it, and you must have it, by the way. On top of it, graduate with a product that you have developed at the university. And once you graduate with a product and your degree, you will have two choices. Choice number one is to look for a job if you want. But the most important choice, another choice you will have, is to look for a client. So instead of looking for jobs, you can choose to look for clients. And by the way, looking for clients is easier than looking for jobs. Yes. Looking for clients could be because if I come to your office, I am confident I'm selling something that I have done. If you don't buy it, will I die? Someone else can buy it. The day you start writing application letters, and as you're walking around, you find the one you wrote sometime back, they are serving you with it. You go to buy and they are packing, they are packing for you donuts or something in your application form. Sometime back, I think something. Yes, I applied somewhere and I included my uncle as a referee. So I told him, anytime you receive an email, please write good things about me. So I was actually, one day I called him and I wanted something else, and immediately he replied, no, I have already recommended you. Yet they haven't even called me or anything. They haven't contacted him. No, I have already recommended you. someone is already telling you, I've already recommended you because they don't want you to disturb them anymore. Because I used to tell him, yeah, I'm looking for a job. When they call you, when they do this, please recommend me. So now it was already in his mind. Every time I called, no, I've already done this, even when there was nothing. Eh? So it is tricky when you're looking for a job. So, but it's okay if you're lucky and the job is there, it's okay. But if the job is not there and you have your product, so the choices will be two. But the most important one is look for a job. So we are here to work with University of St. Joseph. You are among the very many universities we are going to work with. But like he said, this is the first university we are launching an innovation club officially with management. So quite impressive. So you are already ahead. Today, I think in the audience, there are some students from MUST. Are you here to benchmark? Yeah? So how many are you? The three here. So congratulations, people already coming to learn from you. So they're already coming here to benchmark. And that is how you become a leader. Small things matter. So they are here. They are here. So maybe very soon they will be coming to meet management, or maybe meet the club leadership to see how things work. So you are among the universities we are going to work with. And our role, like our mission, is to make sure we build the innovation spirit among you guys. So specifically, what do we want to work with you on? So our journey is very simple. We want to work with club leaders. Good thing you already have them. And by working with club leaders, we want to coordinate entrepreneurship and innovation activities in your clubs. Okay? What are those innovation activities? Our first activity with you will be ideas formation and product development trainings or workshops. Are you ready? Now, like the president said, we all have talents, but we probably do not know. Within you, there might be that business opportunity or that big innovation that actually you don't even know. But there are experts who can help you actually bring out that innovation in you. You probably didn't know that you can think. It is possible. I don't think I knew how to talk. Not until someone exposed me to these things. We all do not know. And if you don't have a business, I don't know if you have never thought about any business idea, it is okay. We don't know how to do things. But when someone does something small, just a switch, just turning on the switch, you will be actually surprised by the capacity you have within you. So we will make sure we take you through these processes. Form ideas, you generate ideas. You go ahead and develop these ideas. We want you to be exposed to exchange visits. Some people are doing these things that we are trying to do. For example, if you thought about building the next big fintech, why not visit? The other guy is called Seru George, the founder of Cheaper Cash. Why not go and visit him and see how he does things? You're here being taught, but maybe there are some people who are already applying the same knowledge they are feeding you now. Why not go and see how it is being applied? We have mentors. There are some people who have already succeeded and they can walk the journey with you because we don't want you to be part of the statistics. These people will be able to talk to you. For us as a EYIT, we are offering ourselves to do that for you. At least you lay a foundation. The same way we are here. And we are okay to do this. The reason why we are okay to do this, I told you we trained Robert. I am happy to find him here. And if Robert meets me somewhere, surely he knows I trained him. For us, that's what we want. We want a generation that is prosperous, because the moment you hold someone's, the candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. How did we innovate EYIT TV? We can help you innovate the same. That is why we are here. Then finally, we will hold innovation competitions with other universities for you to be challenged. These guys who are coming here to benchmark, if we have all of them in one room, must BSU, where all in one room, and we are showcasing innovations. There is something you learn from the guy at BSU, at MAST, but it's part of networking. It's part of networking. Let me tell you, there is a generation that will be full of us, where some of us will be ministers, some of you will be MPs. It will be our generation. That's why we need to know each other. Trust me, whether you want it or not, I showed you the other generation. So, I mean, our generation will also be there. That's why it is important for us to know each other. If you become a minister, I am another DC, you are signing papers and deals. Not corruption or something, but when I want a deal, or it will be you deploying me, because you do what? You know me. But that generation will be there. Whether we want it, whether what, we put them in that seat. That generation will be there, our generation. Okay? So, in a simple terms, we want to work with club members who are willing to generate business ideas. We want to work with club members who are willing to develop at least a prototype and go ahead and transform such a prototype into a commercial business or a commercial product. We don't want to work with people who are only coming for trainings and go, because the academic registrar has been very clear. At the end of 1 year, if we are holding another ceremony like this, is it going to be an exhibition where we are simply exhibiting? We are live on EYIT TV only talking, but we want to be live on EYIT TV in another function when we are simply showcasing what we have done. That is simply what we want. That's why you should be willing to generate an idea. Not only generate, maybe you already have it. Maybe some of you have already initiated something. We just want to have people who are already thinking like that. I don't want the ideas as a person, but I want you to have the ideas. Do you spot the difference, or is it clear? You should have the ideas because you're the person. You should have the ideas. You're not generating ideas for me, but we want you to have your own business idea. Ours is just a helping hand. Okay? And we want you to really, or want to work with people who have interest in entrepreneurship or in innovation. Why? It is okay, you can start chicken rearing business. You can buy eggs and sell. It is okay. But for us, we are saying, let us go beyond. Instead of just selling eggs, can you add value to the eggs? Can you create an industry that is going to employ you and so many people out there? So we are not encouraging the normal businesses of saloon or what. Not that really. It's also a business, but we can leave it for them, the other people who have not actually gotten an opportunity to be trained by Dandas on innovation. What do I mean? We were with them in P7 in primary. They probably dropped out. It's okay, let them buy eggs and sell. But for us, let us go and buy eggs from them and produce medicine, add value, create an industry. We increase we increase money, we give them money, because once we put up a factory and we are buying a lot from them, we are giving them money. But for us, our knowledge and our capacity is just beyond buying and selling eggs. And that is what defines innovation and creativity. Do you get the kind of young people enterprises we are looking for? Of course, I'm going to be very specific with what we will do. So, with your first year of operation, this is our commitment. Within 1 year of operation, you have launched today. Expect these ones, the way they are clear from us. And like I said, we want to work with the leadership. So the leaders of the club, where are they, by the way? I could see them. the leaders of the club. Stand up and we see you, the leaders of the club. Very good. Can we clap hands for them? Thank you so much. Hatimwe, nimwe mwatubera ki? I don't know how I can explain it. Atamisho gitu gona garyalimu. But we want you to disturb it by asking for this. Let us work together to organize these workshops. Before you stand, let us go through this. Then after finishing, you sit down, okay? By working with you, let us do this. Let us do these workshops. Let us organize these exchange visits for these students. Why? We used to go to Kasese to see so many things, animals. We used to go there. But at the university, do we do these things anymore? I don't know. For us, if we are not doing them, let us do business trips, business exchange visits. Let us go and visit an industry that is actually manufacturing wine, because some of our members are innovating wines. Are we together, leaders? These are the things we want. Disturb us, we organize mentorship sessions. Let us bring mentors here to walk the journey with us. Are we clear? Leaders. So you're going to be held accountable. Members are looking out to you, and you make sure you deliver. And let us work together to organize a beach competition. For us, our plan is, after going through all these universities, we are going to hold a competition. Our goal is not to give you money, just money, but to appreciate the work of innovations. Appreciate you, award you. It's the way after a long day and you sit down and drink a cup of tea or drink soda. I've done it. Just rewarding yourself. And that's why we are saying up to 5 winners will be selected, but from all these universities. We don't care whether all winners come from University of St. Joseph. That is going to be a publicity for the university, publicity for the club. We don't care. You can sit down. For us, your measure of performance at the end of 1 year, we need to be scoring. Did we do this? Did we do this? Did we do this? This is exactly what we want. To help you understand this club better, we have had a challenge in this country. The guest speaker is among the policy makers. So when you're making policies in this country, emphasize a lot of entrepreneurship. You have had so many activities happening in universities. Miss Tourism, Miss University, debate. Now I have heard of quiz. You normally hear these things. Do you hear them? Quiz. Now there is University Football League. Don't be surprised if we don't get entrepreneurs every year. Why? Where have you had an inter-university entrepreneurship competition in this country? At least Stanbic Bank has started something. Within secondary schools, the Stanbic Bank Championship, something, where students compete, they do enterprises compete, and Stanbic Bank has been doing this. And for us, we are saying, let us start this, so that we make sure people like the companies like Stanbic Bank learn from this, and also come and put money in this. Organization, ministries, what they should also know these things are very. Also, university management can have something like this in their planning. Let us have every year these competitions, and students compete, because we have University Football League. Why are we football? Why do you think we have it? Raising talents. We want to create the next generation of footballers. If we have these ones also, maybe we will create. So, Mr. Bakuma, don't stop here. We are going to disturb people like NSSF that normally organizes competitions. Let us also come here and organize a competition for university students. We are going to feel pain in 1 year, but the good results can give us confidence to rope it. The results that we get within 1 year can take us to organizations and show them that this is what we were able to do when we didn't have money. You guys by now should be eating, but you don't have money. But it's okay. We are the first people, the club leaders. We are the first people. We are going to suffer. But at least let us leave something behind that we can sell to other people and appreciate it. So, as we innovate, these are the priority areas. Everything is covered within. Number one priority is ICT. ICT is ICT. You know that. Right now, ICT is ICT. That's number one priority. We want to see mobile applications. We want to see systems. Digital media. Digital media is a thing now. We want to see, so much that is coming up with anything in line with ICT. But second, we want manufacturing. With manufacturing, we have processing, we have value addition, we have so many things. Can you produce these things? Maybe organic fertilizers, maybe we want to see organic pesticides. We want to see you guys turning waste into cash, maybe agro waste, we want to see you industrial waste, turning these things into opportunities. We want to see you guys coming up with, different types of clothes out of so many things. You guys have heard of charcoal briquettes. We don't want to use firewood anymore. Create solutions in that line. So many things. Art and craft, there is a lot that we can do. So this is just a simple, but we get the idea here. So we are accommodating everyone. And the good thing about creativity, if you look at this bottle and say, no, this bottle, no, let me create something out. Something, look at it, create something. Maybe you think these bottles can cause problems where can use to package sodas from. Something simple schedule, so you can study it and see how it will work. So the first phase that we are going to have with you clearly, I think leaders could look at this. The first phase is on the idea formation workshop, because we want you to first have ideas. We can do this in this month. Even next week we are ready if you want. We want 3 days of your next week. We take you through ideas formation, and our goal here, or at the end of this workshop, we want everyone, either as a group or individually, have business ideas that you generate on your own, not me giving you on your own, something that you feel you can do, and everyone has sent us to do this. It is our own. We can always agree with you and make sure we accommodate your plans. So don't worry, don't say this is not classwork. It is just an experiential kind of learning which you can do. You guys have seen most of these things. I know you like us a lot for EYIT TV. That's not all. We have for years worked with young people who have developed these things. For example, a technology like this is changing lives in Ibanda district. Developed at Ibanda district. A technology like this accountant app has taken me to US to present it this year. This one, accountant app. So many things. This trophy details. It's a mobile application that we are doing with a team in the US. Just very simple, scheduling people who have cars, scheduling your appointment with people who wash cars and all those things. So you can imagine even in the US, they still need a technology like this. So we have a team that we are collaborating with, it's based in the US, then we have a team in Uganda. Our role on this is development, then we are going to test it both ways, the other side and this side. All these have actually been developed out of. We have also supported young people who have chokes, these lemon chokes, which do not, that the current ones, when you write, there is dust and stuff like that, but that his chokes cannot circulate dust, they are dust. At least patients was there when they were exhibiting. We have supported these, this one is just adding value to normal beans, normal beans, but value addition in a unique way. Yogurt out of beetroot, that they are available yogurts on market, people add preservatives which are not good for our health. For him, he's saying his preservatives are what? The beetroot. This one is also another. So many. These wines and so a product made in Ivan. You have had Jempira Ivan out of, you have had spotlight. Yes. these are the things we are talking about, guys. Imagine Umpira out of the normal things. Eh? So these are the things we're talking about. I'm showing technology, non-technology, but what we are talking about is innovation. So the next time I come back here, or having a day like this, a function like this, and we're inviting the Vice Chancellor to come and see us, let us show him such kind of work that we have done it. Hmm? Let us show him such apps, such systems, robotics if we can. These technology, these are simple things made out of tires, eh? Normal tires, but adding value. These things, eh? That's juice out of the normal things we know. Hmm? These things. This one is making bread out of banana. If you touch it, you have usual someone is making bread. And there is, of course, value attached to this because the other one I think has, they call it starch or something. It has too much what? I've heard people complain, but this is the normal one from our bananas. Hmm? Such things, these are products really done locally here and done by people like us. Hmm? The most important product I like most in this, I think maybe because they are our neighbors, the Chitagwenda coffee. That one excites me every time I see it. But these are the things. Now there is a coffee made from Chitagwenda and branded Chitagwenda coffee. Who wouldn't want to enjoy our own product? So, simple things. You might find the people who are doing these things maybe have not been exposed to this kind of environment, but for you, you are lucky you have been exposed to this. I have honestly explained a lot. Thank you so much for listening. I am once again happy to actually be here witnessing the launch of something exciting, and some people are calling it groundbreaking. Something that we are calling, who is calling it? I think, where did I see that? You're already calling it groundbreaking. So I am excited to be here, and I'm excited to actually, on behalf of EYIT, partnering with this innovation club. And we are assure you and promising our commitment, at least for your first year when you're struggling to stand, let us be the first people that can give you the shoulder to lean on. But at least we know after 1 year, God willing, you will hand over to the bosses. Eh? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause. Are we dozing or we are still sober? We stand and stretch. Are you okay? Are you sure? Or you need more drinks? Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ronald. We are honored to have you here. And your presentation was helpful to everyone, I think. Personally, to me, it was helpful, and I think even to the people in the audience. We are going to have a word from our guest speaker. I think I'm so small to introduce him. So we request Mr. Ronald once again, you help us introduce our guest speaker to talk to us.
To me, my shoes are even smaller than yours. So when it comes to introducing Mr. Dandas, it's never easy. Not because he's too big, but he is a humble gentleman, and you can't even have words to describe him. So Mr. Dandas, who is our guest speaker tonight, is a very good friend of mine, but also our mentor and our advisor at Empower Youth in Technology. He is an entrepreneur himself. First of all, he's the founder of an agribusiness company called Kata Agribusiness Initiative. It is actually championing value addition in Uganda. That is all I can say. He's also the principal agriculture officer, Mbarara District Local Government, and a coordinator of the parish development model, that one, where there is a lot of money nowadays. And so now the leaders, I'm reminding you, If you have a letter that you want to send lobbying and a lobbying, so yeah, parish development model. So he's actually the coordinator of the parish development model. He has not only coordinated the parish development model, he previously coordinated NADS in Ankole. You remember the famous NADS when it had actually come. And I think it did a lot improving production in this country. So he coordinated NADS in Ankole sub-region. Then later on, did some work or coordinated some activities with Operation Wealth Creation. And during his time of coordinating activities in Operation Wealth Creation, his focus was mainly on youth and value addition. There came at a time when Operation Wealth Creation said, the good thing I was in that meeting, they said, we have distributed seeds, the production has increased. But we know even when it has increased, people are still in poverty. Why? They are not getting markets now. So the question was, what do we do? And Mr. Dandas Muwez was at that time appointed to find a solution. And his solution was, if our mothers or our people in the village have produced, what are the young people doing then? It was a good question. And he said, I am going to coordinate youth to actually add value to what the people are producing in the village. And that's how he became the coordinator within Operation Wealth Creation to coordinate youth in value addition and again in Ankole. Very, very, very impressive. So these are the guys we need. But above all, if you've been in Shema or Busheng, or you have heard of a school called Shema Premier School, is actually the founder of that school, which he has been running for over 20 years. It is a school he started immediately after university. After university, and he started school. So he did not look for jobs. Instead, he started looking for parents, send their children to his school. This is a true definition of looking for a client, not the job. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to have Mr. Dandas talk to us. Let's give him a round of applause as we welcome him. Thank you so much, Mr. Dandas. Maybe, since the patron is actually standing to welcome Mr. Dandas, can we all do the same? Nice, fantastic. Mr. Dandas, this is all to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ronald. Really, I'm humbled today. To come and talk to you at this political moment when we are launching an innovation club at this university. As already introduced, I'm with Dandas. The academic registrar was here in absentia, the club patron, all protocol observed. As I was seated here, from the first speaker up to the last one, really, I've also learned something. But my role today would be a simple one, just to inspire you, to encourage you. Because this day is a very important day. In fact, if you want to know what innovation is all about, this is the beginning of innovation, creativity. This club didn't exist before, but now it is in existence. Isn't it an innovation? So, congratulate yourselves. As young people, I was also young like you. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, as he was explaining, and innovation, what normally comes into your mind is capital. Where will I get capital from? But I'm here to assure you that we shall walk the journey together. As we shall be walking the journey together as a club, you will see that what is important when you rank all the requirements, it's not capital, What is more important is your head. Your head. And in your head, what is there? You can write it down. Those who are writing. Critical thinking. Critical thinking. And on this critical thinking, that's where innovation will come from. These new ideas he was talking about, that's where they will come from. And everything, according to the work plan, you shall be able to achieve it when you start with critical thinking. But as a youth, or any other person, or any other startups, I want to encourage you as a club, you have just started. Because when you are one person, two heads are better than what? Than one. And in fact, one of the methodologies that we shall use when we shall be training you or mentoring you, one of them will be brainstorming. If they tell you to come up with a business idea as an individual, you cannot easily do it. But when they say form a group of 5 people, brainstorm, discuss, come up with a business idea, it becomes easier for some people. But there are other groups of people who can sit as an individual and think of a business idea, and it works. And at the end of the day, at the end of the training sessions, me, what I expect the output will be the business ideas, the products, which will have market. Therefore, as you'll be thinking about the business idea, is it related to the community, the outside world? Is there any need for that product? Is there demand for the product you are thinking about? You can spend a month here, 6 months, struggling to come up with a new innovation or business idea, but it's not marketable. As much as you are thinking about the product or the business idea, also look at the community, the society outside there. Is there a need for that product? Is there a gap? Here, I can give you an example. It's some kind of a story which I like telling the youth or the startups. One day, there were 2 entrepreneurs or business guys. They were dealing in shoes. They were marketing shoes for both ladies and what? And gentlemen. So one of them came up with an idea. Why can't we go to an island and we start marketing shoes? Like now, if you can say, let me go to an island like Kalangala. You are from Kampala, then you cross the water bodies, then you go to Kalangala. On reaching on the island, they were shocked. They were 2. With their shoes, they were shocked. Among all the people they met on the island, none had shoes. More than 1,000 people were on the island, none had shoes. So they turned and looked at each other. Do you think we can make it here? One of them suggested, my friend, we better try somewhere else, but not this island. Me, I've seen the people here, I've seen the population, I've seen their poverty levels. I don't think we can make it here. They packed their shoes and went back to the city. Now, on reaching back, the other man had seen an opportunity. Since these guys don't put on shoes, which means it's an opportunity. He convinced his colleague to go back and talk to the people. The second one refused it. So he went back alone. Because he had seen what? An opportunity. He started giving people shoes for free. You put on shoes like this, and one person will put on shoes and look smarter. Then he started selling cheaply. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, he was able to cover the whole island. He sold the shoes, he went back, sold more shoes. While his friend was still in the city, moving around, having no clients, having no customers. Are you seeing the opportunity? And me, what has helped me, what I can tell you, me, I always look for opportunities. I normally take the journey, which is very hard for most people. My friend Leonard has preferred the soft journey, but me, I need the hard journey, which is hard for other people. Then I follow it, because I know there will be no competition. Don't think you are the first person to innovate. Even if you innovate, people will just copy it within 1 month or 2 months, start doing the same thing. Like this innovation of yogurt using beetroot, is it? Is beetroot scarce? Is it hard for another person to make it? But there is a certain formula which I help with my farmers when they are adding value, let's say to coffee. You have to pay me a lot of money to give you that formula. And once I've given it to you, we have to agree. You shouldn't disclose it to any person, even in your family. You should be the only person knowing that formula. It's like when they are making these sodas. Even if you try to make another soda like this one, the taste will totally be different. Because you don't know the ingredients. So that is the innovation we expect from you, something unique, which cannot easily be made by another person, but it has a market. It's because of age which is catching up with me. When I hear people talk of charcoal briquettes, everybody is making briquettes from charcoal. Why charcoal? Nobody has ever thought about cow dung. And the cow dung is there for free. But if you are to make briquettes from charcoal, you have to buy. You see? Come up with an innovation. Do you know that you can make methane gas from cow dung? Then you start selling it. Think critically. That's the critical thinking if you have to come up with an innovation. And I'm going to test you tonight, and I see your critical thinking with a simple exercise. For the meantime, I can return the microphone as I do this exercise. I'm going to use very few. Some of you are very lucky. I've come with my time. It's a simple exercise. It's a simple exercise for critical thinking. Because whatever shall be failing, it will not be theory from the lecture or anything. It will be practical. You can never do this with it. End of story. As you receive those cards, if you have a pen, prepare to do something. It's very simple. Very simple. Something very simple. But very important to know your brain at this particular time. Are they enough? I can distribute this one to myself. Therefore, so far now I've already tested some of you who have already received the cards. Maintain one for yourself. Maintain one. You can come back. So far, what I have already tested is what I was expecting. Therefore, I'm not surprised. Most people in this world, and even you young people, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous not to know what you want. When you are born, you grow up. At your age, you are not children, you are adults. You should know what you want. So all of you have failed the test. Club petrol. I was testing their minds if they would accept the color of the card they have received. All of you have failed. No one has rejected the card because it's of the color or not of his or her choice. Yes, which means in life, you take life very easy. You're not so strict. You don't know what you want. And let me tell you, as we are skilling in here, you will see it. You will compete with other universities. Even in life, after graduation, you will see. If you don't know what you want, you will start as many businesses as possible. And all of them will end up failing. You have to know which one you want in life. If I was the one, if you had given me pink like this one, I would have rejected. Because I have a color of my choice. Is it clear? Yes. Therefore, write it down. No, write it in your mind if you want to develop, if you have to be innovative, if you want to have political thinking. You should know what you want. That's number one. Now we're going to another exercise, irrespective of the color you have. Assuming that it's the one you want. Okay, we can use this leader, for example, the president. Which color do you normally prefer?
I like blue color.
Which color do you normally want?
The blue one.
So you can it's
Green.
which color is this?
It's green.
You want blue. You can exchange with him. You normally prefer so that you can feel comfortable. Is this your blue? Yeah? Who has blue? Who wants to exchange blue with yellow? No one. Okay, we are going to do a simple exercise. Since my background is in agriculture, we normally make calls for when we are planting trees for banana plantations. And we normally make holes like this when we dig a hole here and here. We normally dig holes. Suckers. We normally take 10 feet, stop 3 meters, 10 feet, 3 meters, 10 feet. We are going to join all the 4 holes. This time I have used the 4 lines, 4 straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. For you are going to use 3. Use 3 straight lines to join all the 4 points. And the 3 straight lines shouldn't cross each other. There is no crossing of one line with another, like this one. This line goes like this, another one like this. No. Do it in 3 minutes. Whoever will be ready will put up a hand. Have you started? You are using your head now, critical thinking. Because whatever we shall be training will not be theory. We want you to have critical thinking. Though we haven't started, we are now launching. But I want to test you, you know what we shall be doing with you. Anyone who has finished? Who is ready to correct? Anyone who has finished? Anyone? Don't put your name. Don't put your name. Anyone who has finished? Bring back my card. Bring back my card. Anyone who has finished? Anyone who has finished? Any other? I'm stopping there. Time. Even as you are involving your brains, critical thinking, there is time factor. Time is a scarce resource. By the way, remember, in any innovation or business idea or any entrepreneurship you are doing, time is one of the required resources. and it's always limited. So we can sample from these ones. This is the first one. Are all the points connected? You say no or yes, all of you. Are they connected? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? I mean, you can see it. This one has used the triangle to connect 3, eliminating the 4th. Even this one has eliminated 1. This one has not connected. They're almost the same things. So, really, you have also failed the second exercise. But don't mind. That's why we are here. We are here. Our sessions, I can assure you, our sessions, training sessions, will be totally different from the theory, the lectures you have been getting. Therefore, I would encourage all of you, even call more of your colleagues to join this club, because you will benefit a lot. And my area of interest, basically, and processing. For example, when he was training, he told you, we are not going to train you to go and buy milk from a farmer. Then you sell it, you put it on the bicycle, then you sell it somewhere, then you call yourself an entrepreneur. No. Buy milk, add value to milk, get products from that milk. I can give you an example. How many people have ever eaten pizza? Put up your hand. If you know you have ever eaten pizza, you are very many. Do you know how they make pizza? Do you know where it is made from? When they are making pizza, they use a milk product called cheese. So you get milk, you process it, you get cheese. After getting cheese, then those people are interested in making pizza, they will buy cheese from you. And the demand by those people who are making cheese currently, the demand is more than the supply. So that's the area where I want to skill you. Add value to the product which is already in existence. Can you change it according to the market demands? For example, there is someone who's now currently working on a project of banana fibers. We have made several products from the banana fibers, which people normally throw away. But here we get threads from the banana fibers, process them. We have started making good coats. A coat like this one from the banana fiber. It's very expensive. We are now thinking of making shirts. But we have made mats, door mats. An entrepreneur, everything is possible. Because you have to come up with a new idea. And remember, under entrepreneurship, what he has not told you, there are risks involved. You must be a risk taker. Because it's not a smooth road. You must be a risk taker. There are risks involved. How many drink chocolate? I mean, eaten chocolate. You know ladies, they like chocolates. How do they make chocolates? They don't know. And from simple things, agricultural products. Our farmers, they produce cocoa. In Kasese, Wundubujo, even here, in Shema now, we have cocoa. So it's a matter of getting cocoa, you process it, then you make chocolate. And a piece of chocolate, just a small piece like this one, it can cost 5,000. Are you seeing? And me, I would be interested. And I hope I do all of my energies and support it. A student or any youth will be making chocolates. Vanilla chocolate. You can even be more creative. Strawberry. You know strawberry and cherry. You can make jam from the strawberry. So our area of interest would be, I'm not saying do it, because whatever we shall be going through, all those steps he has mentioned, you will have to come up with a new idea, a new business idea of what you are going to do. What normally stops people from being entrepreneurs or innovators? Write one thing, simple thing. They normally have this word in their mind. It's called what? It's called what? Yes. Fear. You can imagine the club patron. Even these ones, they are here, they are looking at us. They have already started quaking. They are fearing. Do you know what they are fearing? They are fearing the unknown. You are fearing the what? Through this club, you strengthen your club. Become a club member. Believe in your patron. Believe in your leaders. Everything will be possible. Because if you want to overcome that fear, you first believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, you'll be able to make it. Since we shall be walking the journey together, I think for today, I'm very privileged, I'm very happy to be here with you. But maybe briefly, I can share with you my simple journey. When I was at the university like you, where you are now, me had accumulated some money. Because I was saving money. Entrepreneurship would not come from heaven. You have to grow up with it. Grow up with it. The school he was talking about, already when I was at the university, there was no job. Me, I designed a plan. I was not worried about where I would get capital from. Whether there is capital or no capital, I have to do it. Whether there is capital or no capital, I have to make chocolates. First, convince yourself. First, convince yourself. Me, what I have to contribute in this world is chocolate making. I will move around talking to different people to support my project, but it's about chocolate what? You first believe in it and convince yourself. Even if it means reading literature about it, go and read. And remember, as you are critically thinking about it and believing in yourself, they are dream killers. And it will be worse when you'll be able to discover that one of your dream killers is one of your parents. Yes, the one who produced you, the one who has been paying tuition for you, the one who educated you up to this level, to some extent can become a dream killer. You go back, you tell your mom, you say, no, mom, at the university, me, I developed an idea. We're in an innovation club. I want to start making chocolate. The first one, who will buy your chocolate? Where will you get the money from? How is it made? Have you ever seen anyone in our family making chocolate? Me, I've never seen anyone. Neither your grandmother or sister. They don't make chocolates. We don't know chocolates. You young lady, are you mad? Are you crazy? And they did. After telling you such a long story, you will come to realize that you will not be able to do what? To make it. Then you cancel the whole what? The whole plan, the whole program. Now you switch on from chocolates. She can even suggest, why can't you proceed? Yet for you had to set your mind to do something which is very unique. Though in a hard way, but something which is very what? Unique. Another dream killer can be a friend, your closest friend here in this group. When we have just left, you saw those guys, how they were talking. They are dead dreamers. I don't think they'll be able to help us. Maybe next time I will not attend. Maybe after something else. Remember, even the Calab patron gave us a cake and a soda. It seems he has saved some money. Instead of looking at the knowledge and skills you are going to get from this club, you are looking at the expenditure now. You have become an accountant and an auditor. Can you imagine? It's high time you become yourself. So when I was at the university, I designed what I wanted in life. And the school was one of them which needed a lot of money. So what did I do? I started saving some money from my pocket money. For you, when we give you pocket money, you spend the whole of it. Even not only spending it on yourself, you start giving it to a girlfriend, at the university. The money, the 10,000 is enough. It's enough. Not any entrepreneur started in a big way. Very few. Most people, they start in a small way. Then you keep on what? So long as you have a vision, you have a dream. You know where you are going. You are like to see light at the end of the tunnel. Why do you think? A sheep. Do you know a sheep? You know a sheep? What is a sheep? You expected this sheep. I mean this one. It can carry cargo from Beijing, from any of the oceans, big oceans, you know. How many oceans do you know? Can you mention them in the whole world? You mention one by one. Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. What? You have stopped. Now you can see the brain. How can a ship carry cargo, containers from Asia? From Asia. Now it comes and lands on East Africa, on Mombasa. Why? What helps the ship not to lose focus? What helps the ship not to lose direction? Who can tell us? Tell us. A compass. A compass shows direction. Therefore, you need a compass in your body. Where do you want to go? After graduating, or even before, where do you want to go? Because when you set that compass, when you are there, and you said that you are going to America, it will take you to America. You must be knowing where you want to do what? You want to go. I don't want to take most of your time, but at this, I think for today, it's just to congratulate you. Congratulate you for starting this club. It will help us, even you, to make a long journey, really. But before I can end my talk, I have my daughter who's at the university, Makere University, 3rd year. I gave her a campus when she had completed the P7. Do you know where I want to go? We discussed, she agreed. Skills. I gave her several options, but she preferred baking. Therefore, I started injecting some money, guiding her for somebody to train her on baking. By the time she completed the P7 vacation, she was able to make a cake. By the time she was in S4 vacation, she had orders for wedding cakes. I said, you are still young. Money will spoil you. Now let's open a joint what? Account. We opened the joint account. She could not access the money. After getting the money, we would save it there. S6 vacation, the same. At the university now, you call it BD, birthday parties. She makes so many cakes. I can't tell you the money she has on account now. If you think you are still young, it's too late for you. If you think, you look at me, you think me, I'm an old person, for you are still young, it's too late for you. She's also a student like you in the third year. I don't think, even if she graduates, she can look for a job according to profession, but she will be having something to do. She will be having some money. She will be having an income. My daughter, why can't you wake up today? My message is not for tomorrow, it is for today. Start today, developing business ideas. We shall help you, we shall mentor you according to what you want, your own campus. Where do you want to go? What do you prefer in life? Then the rest you leave it to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dundas. We are going to have that part. So, okay. I'm advised we can have the questions for the two presenters, then we continue. It can be to Mr. Dundas or Mr. Ronald.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Dundas. Mine was actually about the 4 dots. I don't think you connected them with the 3 lines.
Anyway, he is the voice of the voiceless, because everyone was wondering how do we do it. So help us.
Let me start with that one. I had given it to you as food for thought, but now we can connect together. Clean it. You can clean in the middle there. Remove those lines. And the word sheep and so these are our 4 holes which are here. We are going to use 3 lines to join them. The first one is this. The second one is this one. Are you seeing? This is the first line. This is the second. This is the third. I have joined all of them. If you are so critical, when you join these points internally, like this with dots, they form a square. Or you can call it a box. Therefore, in order to join all these lines, whatever we shall be doing with you, that's why most of you fail. You are not thinking outside the box. Therefore, think outside the box. If you keep on, yes, if you keep on doing things the way you have always done, you will always get what you have always got. Therefore, it's high time innovators become critical thinkers. They think outside the what? The box.
Okay, thank you so much. So, thank you for your patience. We are coming to the end. We are remaining with, I think, 2 speeches. We're going to have a word from our club president. I think we'll be doing it justice. So our club president is going to talk to us. And lastly is supposed to be a speech from our administrator. But since the guild president also sits on the council, he'll help us do that. So, Mr. Chairman, you're welcome.
Good evening, people. Our guest today, the club veteran, the protocol is observed. Thank you. I think everybody who's been our speaker today has said it all already. Mine is going to be small and a word of encouragement, but first of all, I'm honored to stand before you today as we embark on this beautiful journey of innovation. According to me, this really makes a really beautiful and marks the beginning of something special in our lives and in the life of our university itself. They've already told you that this club ain't limited to limited to specific academic disciplines. It's for everybody, whether you're somebody doing computer science, or even a student of arts, or even a staff member. I don't know if you have some staff members of the university. You're also encouraged to come and join us. I want to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our founding members. We have people who are really behind this one. We've worked all around the clock to make sure this one comes to life. I really thank you. I'm so sorry, but clap for them. We have something small, like some amount. We really want you to come and join us. We have some minimum amount of money, just 2K. Come, register with us. And please come share your ideas and inspirations. We need to support one another, work with one another, and grow together. Don't worry. Let's remember that it's not just a club, as you're listening to the word CLUB, no, but it's a canvas of our dreams and a platform for our ambitions. I know we really have them, but only that we are lacking a platform to raise them. We are bringing this one for you. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Let's make a club a beacon of inspiration, a platform and a hub of knowledge where academic boundaries are transcended. Thank you so much. May the Lord Adonai bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Innocent. And before we call the president, I want to thank EYIT in Technology that has given us the refreshments that we took. And another thing, we are live on TV, EYIT TV. And so those people who have not been able to make it physically followed the session online, and it was given to us for free. This service is not for free, usually people pay, but they've offered us a service for free. Thank you so much. Yes, 2,000. Okay. All right. I want it to be fair, right? So I think I can.
So my support will be ladies only.
Okay. Okay. Ladies. Okay. The ladies, who can tell us what innovation is according to what we discussed here? I think the person giving out the money will judge. What is innovation to you according to what we've discussed here? The ladies? The lady in the... Martha?
Bringing a new idea into existence or making what has been existing, like making it unique from what others have always done.
Okay, Martha, you've won. And you? Thank you. In simple terms, innovation is doing something new.
It is okay.
The third lady. Innovation is all about using something you have to bring out something new.
On my side, I think innovation is all about creating new ideas with competitive advantage.
Very big okay. That's the fifth person.
Innovation is all about creativity and also creating job opportunities.
That's enough. So the five are those ones. Yeah, we sponsor them. Yes.
These are 10. The 10 men we are going to consider smartness because they will copy. Is it fair? It is.
I will sponsor everyone else outside the 15 that is still here. Wow. So everything is covered.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. It was really an engaging session. So we are going to have a speech from our good president who's going to... Is there anyone who has not registered? Yes, by the ladies who passed the question after the session, you come to the president to register. Daniel, this is the Daniel. So before you leave, everyone who is still in this room, register. Apart from the 5 ladies. You can also register, but it's supposed to be catered by the CEO. Yes, and we don't want the budget of this month to be increased. So we are going to have the last word from the president. And after this, we are going to have a group photo in front of this building. So after the ending speech and what, we are all going to march to the front and take a photo. Mr. President, you're welcome.
Thank you, Monsieur Dele and the Vice President in your capacity. With the due respect and singular honor, I take the privilege to thank EYIT TV for having established this initiative to this institution. With the due respect, I sign off. Mr. Daras, I can assure you it has been an educative an inspirational session to us, particularly to me. As an institution at the University of St. Joseph Mbarara, we thank EYIT TV for the partnership and for utmost good faith in trying to make things through. When I was coming into leadership, these people offered me a free live stream, which was not my personal, which I couldn't afford personally. But because of the attachment and other related stuff, then there was a collaboration. I thank you very much. Hati, ntuzo mu church tushoma Bible tuhoraki. Kuko sometimes tugenda tushemera tukwa tumuhanda turugayo. Nibakira kushoma ishomo rya Chwera na nabari abikikumi. You know, sometimes I don't want to speak that so much USA language and whatever British, but I would like us to understand each other in our local our mother tongue. Ngo bakarinda barinda ababase kugumaho ngo bareroha Chwera. And if you need things, you need to sacrifice. People are saying, Ebo, come for leadership. Ebo, but I said, no, I'm not coming. Till one time when I rose from my bedroom, and I said, I must come. And that very day, the first day I came to class, I had a lecture with Mr. Rebecca. I said, I'm coming for the office of the guild president. And indeed, I made it. It was out of zeal, will, commitment, and inspirational. When you are making a statement, you said, can you try? I've always been inspired by Madam Beatrice Virunji. The word try, we should eliminate it in our mind. Let me try. Let's do our best. Are we together? I've always told you, with coordinator that let's not think about these bottles and whatever. What have you gained in mind? Secondly, what have you acquired? One, you wanted to join a club, it was covered. Two, you learn. I also failed, I'm sorry to say this. But it's every day is a learning day. And I've been appreciative to the administration for having allowed us to establish this. The good thing, they have embraced it. And then the journey belongs to us to take it to another level. Are we together? We can be ambassadors. Let's be ambassadors to this innovation club. You're not a club, but it is going to sum up to cover all other clubs that we have within our university. Are we together? It's you in you that will make you you. Nobody will make you in another level, to take you to another step. Are we together? And if God does not exist, then it's you to create him. If Mr. Ronald stood and said, then we must establish a EYIT, and the other stuff we did, and perfectly has done it. It is one of his achievements. What are you doing to achieve? I did my part. Every day I feel inspired. Are we together? I am requesting you, when I saw the program on what you have, we need more mentorship speaker series. We have made it more impactful to our society. More and more mentorship speaker series. I think that's when we shall generate, that's when we shall have more fruits. Then from that, I thank you for the package you've given us. As the students' fraternity of the Guild Constitution gives us a mandate to establish a club in liaison with the University Guild Council that embraces all whatever is brought. Someone was like, be active somewhere. So I do observe things, but somewhere as a leader, I have to observe what should be, I have to watch what is taking place, though I'm taking part. As EYIT, thank you very much. Muntu inito matakarete chintechi. Muntu inito matakarete chintechi. Muntu takunde ntunguka takarete chintechi. Muntu takwenda unyencha kale ni wobehu. Takakorachi. Takakurete chintungechi. Mushuno mukunda umuhirechi. But he wants you also to reach at another level. Are we together? I think let's be ambassadors of this. Are we together? 4-3, let's respect one another. Whichever class you come from, whichever level, but you can still make it to another level. Are we together? With due respect, I welcome all my brothers from MUST. Thank you for being with us. I believe one day we shall also make a move and find you there. Then for the sports, I'm going to handle. particularly I'm going to handle it. I remember I have that commitment with you, Mr. Ronald. By virtue of the power entrusted to me as the Guild President of the University of St. Joseph Mbarara, on behalf of the administration and of the students' fraternity, I thank you for this initiative and I embrace it that it should proceed. I beg to submit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the Guild President. Everyone has attended. Thank you so much. Our patron, thank you. Chairperson, Mr. Dundas, Mr. Ronald, EYIT staff, and everyone has attended this function. Thank you so much. Before I leave this, I also want people to know who was speaking, moving around. Yes, I've gotten an opportunity. People outside need to know this beautiful lady who was speaking. Do you disagree? I'm beautiful. So, okay, thank you so much. I remain patient to see me, the Vice Guild President of this university. And in the club, I am the internal and external mobilizer. Thank you so much. We can move to the front. Someone to help with a banner. We can take a photo with it.
Bring your event to life with our live streaming services.